Hey Aries, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our June monthly reading, and if you can't tell, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready to go to a beach, have a margarita in hand, and just enjoy my day, week, month, whatever that means or whatever that is, because this year has been a long one. It's been dragging, it's been a lot, and we've been going through so much. I feel like we are evolving, but it's been slow. It's been we've been getting there. I think we should give ourselves a pat on the back. Let's go ahead and see what our guides have to say. Maybe they can give us a little bit more guidance so that we can realign ourselves on our life journey. Just remember, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, totally okay. Just leave it for those that need to hear it right now and come back for the next month's reading. But let's go ahead and see what we have going on. So the Jade Star, surrender. I'm ready to let go with self-compassion if I can talk. Yeah, guys, you have to give yourself a big hug. I think you guys have gone through a lot. I think you've gone through a lot because, I think you've been giving yourselves almost a hard time. Like, I could have done better. I should have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I should know better. I think you guys are very hard on yourself currently with whatever's happened. I think you have moments of that, and I know that you try. I think you have like moments where you're like good, but there's a lot of moments where you're very hard on yourself. I think again you have to give yourself that self-compassion, and that's like what that's looking like in June for you. Let's go ahead and see what's going on internally right now. What are we? Oh, I love this. Yeah, this is great. So this is what's happening internally, what we're going through, our internal monologue. But it's dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. This kind of looks like Turo a little bit. He's a collie mix. So collie, hound, they're smart dogs. Not blue eyes though. But dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. Because again, I feel like you dedicate your life to so many other things, but haven't really been taking the time for what makes you happy. How do I say this? Because you do make yourself happy in a way, but it's like only sporadic. You don't really dedicate all the time to that. And I think like this month is kind of like, prioritize you, not just in small increments, but so that you can feel way more fulfilled. And I think this putting that aspect of your life in the forefront will help you almost manifest, because you kind of bring your emotional state from like a here to here, if that makes sense. Be loyal to what you love. Just remember to keep doing it. Don't stop. I think that's the important part of that. Yeah, and that makes sense. So we have here the Five of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Swords, and then the Page of Pentacles. So whatever you've been experiencing internally in the past has left you kind of like almost resource guarding in a sense, because you've gone through a lot. I mean, like I said in the beginning of this, like it's been a year. It's been a year so far. And whatever we've experienced and we're internalizing this, we have kind of gone past it. I feel like you've forgiven the past. You haven't forgotten it. You've definitely forgiven it. And because you kind of like got yourself into that kind of a headspace, there is an opportunity that we're going to keep it general. There is an opportunity coming in, divinely given like knowledge, and it's an opportunity to learn about something, or there's a sort of truth here. So this is something that's coming in information wise, Page of Pentacles, message coming in with stability. And this is something that's kind of brand new to you. And I'm really truly getting that kind of like sticking to that loyalty aspect that we're talking about here to you and what you really want to do. Doesn't matter what that means. It could be career, it could be spending time with family, spending time with friends, working on your hobby, doing like yoga, whatever that is. There is some kind of truth that's going to come out of this. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the Devil, sorry, I think I'm looking at all this. What is this? Okay, so the devil in reverse, 5, no, sorry, 8 of swords. I don't know why I'm having a hard time seeing it. 8 of swords. What is happening? I just feel like my brain just flatlined. And then the 10 of cups. So what you don't see coming, because you are kind of like bringing in this information, this new knowledge, this opportunity of message of stability, opportunities of stability within just being loyal. As I told you, like as soon as you kind of put your like not hobby, I'm just going to keep it broad, but your thing first, it's leading your energy to a higher level so that you can manifest what you want. I see that you are letting go of toxic behaviors. You're not having a blindfold on anymore. You're not in your own way. I feel like you're going to stop delaying, because there is a delay right now in things. I feel like you kind of notice like you're moving forward, but it's not as fast as you could be in any topic. Like, let's keep that broad. But it's because you're not putting what you really want to do first. And there's always going to be like the social construct of like, I need to do X, Y, and Z first before it's like, do your homework before you go and play. This right now, like in this month, that social construct that we created does not apply. I think you have to put that thing that is more important to you first so that you can manifest this, because the 10 of cups here, this is emotional fulfillment. You guys are looking to have a family, like that's it. Like if you are putting the needs, like if you are doing everything else and you guys want to have a family and you're stressed out, like that's not going to help, right? So this is just one of those things that you need to think about when you're in terms of manifesting, because this is emotional fulfillment. So whatever emotional fulfillment looks like for you in this chapter of your life, that's what your guys are asking of you to do in order to get that. So I like that. I think that is perfect guidance for, again, internally, because this bleeds into every aspect of our life. If you think about it, you come home angry from work and you kind of bring that home whether you want to or not. You're angry, you're stressed, you're upset. You can't turn that off. It's hard. So they keep that in mind. Again, self-compassion. Like whatever you have gone through is okay. Like seeing the 5 of Pentacles here, you have gone through so much, and it's time to take care of yourself and put that need first. Let's go ahead and see, since we're on that topic of what's going on in the career aspect, financial aspect, passion projects. Say that in a weird way. So I have pleasure. So this makes sense why that's here. It's all related. What it's at the point where, like, obviously pay your bills, do your job, whatever you need to do. But maybe there's some soul searching in what that means to you in terms of pleasure. What is your passion? Because I don't see you guys making any like actual moves right now currently. And maybe that's something that you might want to consider. Or maybe you want to consider doing a hobby. Because again, we have to pay our bills. I understand like work is always going to be hard. But if you're thinking about, wow, this doesn't make me happy. Well, what does make you happy? Again, I'm ready to let go with self-compassion. So maybe like your whole topic is, I don't want to do this career anymore. Like, what can I do? Like, to better my, like, what can I do to better my life? Like, what do I want to do? And give yourself that self-compassion, because it is a difficult decision to make, but it's one that might come up for you. Like maybe that's your next chapter. But what gives you pleasure? Maybe it's time for you to, again, you have a job, pay those bills. For me, it's an energy of like, be loyal to what you want to do. I think your guys are asking you to start doing things as like a hobby. And that's more of the energy that I'm getting. Which, I mean, that's not a really bad thing for your guides to kind of tell you to do at this point. I've heard worse, okay? Heard worse. Let's see what your guys really have to say about that. So we have the Judgment. We have the 10 of Wands and the Emperor. So yeah, you guys have struggled so much in so many aspects of life, specifically work. Work is not easy. Finances are not easy. It's part of life. It's part of adulting, and we're just stuck with it. And your guys are almost kind of like, again, this is with the self-compassion, with the Judgment. Have you like accepted the things that you're going through, what you have experienced, and are you forgiving yourself for it? Like, there might be things that you can't change, but what you can do is be like, look, this is my situation. I have to pay the bills. I have to work. What can I do in other aspects of my life to make myself happy so that this isn't going to like wear me down? Because I see the Emperor energy here. There's something that's calling you for stability, something that's calling you to do that thing, and then the other thing will work out and pan out and be stable. And this is all about energy. So if you are coming into work and work is like pulling you down and nothing else, like you aren't saving yourself, then this is going to, the work aspect will kind of like start trickling towards the downward direction. But if you are like having a hard time at work, but then come home and like release that energy, go do yoga, go do this, and raise your energy from here to here, even if it's from here to here, you will at some point just get there naturally because it's the energy you're putting in and you're allowing the universe to kind of correct itself in the work aspect. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is, that makes sense, Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, and then the Knight of Pentacles. I see you guys actually kind of moving away from something and getting rest. Maybe it's like a hiatus, maybe it's a break. I do see an opportunity of something coming in quickly that will be of monetary value, of stability financially. So for a lot of you guys, you might not even want to be in this profession anymore. And maybe that gives you an opportunity to kind of do that. But a lot of you guys who don't see that as an option right now, maybe it isn't in your phase or in your storyline, I think you are walking away from this energy of like, woe is me. Like, I understand work is work. I'm going to have a hard time in any job I do because I have to pay the bills and I wish that I could just not work and go on a beach and get a margarita and plop in the sand and not worry about anything. But that's just the world that we live in, right? And I see you guys giving yourself the ability to relax, and it does bring opportunity of something stable coming in. And that just could mean, like I said, you are doing things to make yourself happy where now your work doesn't feel that bad. So it's all about perspective. It's all about, again, the major thing that I'm going to bring out is pleasure. Seek the pleasure. Be loyal to what you want to do. So if you have a question, well, I wanted to do like skydive or something, just do it. That's your green light to do it. That is what your guides are telling you. If that's going to make you happy, do it. Well, I want to start my own YouTube channel, do it. If that's going to give you passion and it's going to make you happy, that will help you in every aspect of life. Your energy right now is like a low hum, and it's not bad. It's just like, could be better. You can raise that so much higher just by like finally pinpointing that thing that gives you that spark, that passion, that happiness. So let's go ahead and see what's going on in the relationship aspect of things. So I'm not going to pronounce this, Mintak. Doesn't matter. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So for those of you who are in a relationship, congratulations. I think you found home. I think this might be the person. And as long as everybody, again, we all have free will, as long as everyone does their part and works on the relationship and works on things together, I see this being amazing. However, there are people coming here that don't have a relationship, that are wanting one, that are longing for home, to feel like home. I think you guys have experienced relationships that just haven't clicked, haven't worked out. There was just one thing that was missing, and or maybe there was like a very bad relationship that you've gone through and it feels almost narcissistic, and it feels like like you give and they gave you nothing back, and it's just finally like fizzled out, and you're just now in the place of like, I just want that person. Like, I feel the pain, actually. I feel very sad. I feel saddened. For those of you who are single, I feel very sad. I feel like my heart is almost breaking because I feel lonely. I feel like I'm not wanted. And it's crazy to me because you guys are original light workers. So like this whole thing with like giving yourself that self-compassion, ready to let go, the pleasure, like this is to rework your energy so that you can receive if you're looking at the relationship, to perceive that person. So you have to put what it is you want first. What is you want, whatever that is you want to do. Because I don't see you guys doing any of that in order to receive that person and wanting that relationship, that like loving relationship that you like dreamt of, if that makes sense. Those cards came out. Is that the second time that I got those? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so that makes sense. So like everything's kind of intertwined. So we have the Page of Wands, the Hermit, and the Seven of Wands. So you've gone through a lot of obstacles in the dating arena. I feel like you have had to defend yourself for the longest time, especially in the last month. Specifically in the last month, I feel like you guys have had to defend yourself. I feel like right now you are single with the Hermit being there. And it feels to me more like you're lonely. And I don't like that because the Hermit is supposed to be you're on your own and you're learning things like getting clarity. But you guys are almost not even like doing that. It feels more like I'm lonely and this is bad, but it's not supposed to be. So this is like where the guys want to clarify like, yes, you're alone, but you're not lonely. You have family, you have friends, you have opportunities to go out and do things, but because you are so low vibrational right now with everything that's happened, you are missing these opportunities. But seeing that there is a message that's coming through of something that will spark your passion. It may not necessarily have to be a person, but it could be. Page of Wands is a person. The page is someone that's very not like young, naive. They're almost naive. Someone not really leveled up, in my opinion. So I'm not necessarily, like for me, it almost feels like it's not even a person, but maybe an opportunity. And I think that is really the takeaway, because I think you guys have to heal and just do what makes you happy. Find the pleasure within yourself, not in somebody else. That is not your phase right now. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, the Eight of Cups. Do we have that here? No, that must have been another sign. No, we do have the Eight of Cups. That's what I'm talking. Yeah. Emperor and Eight of Cups came back again. And then we have the Five of Wands. So what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there's just going to be consistent time. I just don't see like dating is not the thing for you. Like I feel like you guys are going to put yourself in a position to date and there's so much competition and you're just not ready for that. I'm ready to let go with self-compassion. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to have to get hurt again. And I just see there being that scenario, and again, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck in the dating arena. I feel again strongly that it's about being loyal on doing what you love, not finding that person. It's just not that chapter, not that phase, and it's totally okay. But the reason you're getting this guidance is so that you can rewire your thinking, realign yourself, make yourself happy so that you can introduce yourself to the right person. Because right now I'm not seeing that. I mean, I am getting that like it has to be within. The stability has to be within. The Emperor energy is within yourself, not within anyone else. So definitely keep that in mind because I think this reading could make you guys stronger. And if you can just take this and bring that to the month of June, then your July reading will be so different. Or it can be the exact same thing in a cycle that you keep repeating until you kind of learn that lesson, which is all okay. It's a matter of how you want to handle it. And it's also a matter of like the collective. So definitely leave a comment so that all of you guys can kind of put that energy out there and help all the Aries signs to kind of get to that next phase and that next level. So thank you guys for coming back. If it did resonate, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.